Ready up.
Mike 51. Mike 51.
What's the run? They're running it.
Rock it. Ready.
To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on second and 13.
Go.
They'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches.
Hey, let's go. Blue down.
61. Matchbox white.
Joker.
And go.
They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
On first down, they go right back to Hunt. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Brought down by the quarterback, William Jackson.
6-6. Bullet.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. It's caught inside the 25. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. Well, that didn't take very long. You mentioned you have to keep him under wraps. Avoid the big play is what you said, and here he makes one in the first quarter.
Yeah, you can't let this become a habit. Otherwise, you know what will happen? They'll flat out take over this game.
Yo, go!
Stay situated.
Hard! Fan!
Alert flare.
They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Juju Smith-Schuster. His first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Extra point attempt here still to come. And he'll put it through to make it 7-0 Steelers. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at his 4. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the gun, Winston. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Jameis to throw it. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored. You give yourself your best shot.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down.
They can't stop
The start of this game shaping up nicely on that visiting sideline.
Yeah, how about that? You get your points on the opening drive. Then you get a big sack there on third down, and you make the home crowd go.
There is a hush indeed. He'll be hard-pressed to match that one. That a 65-yard punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 6 there on first. How about the first quarter he's putting together out wide? Pretty impressive.
I think that he likes the fact that we're playing this as a day game. You know, some guys, they respond better in the evenings. For some reason, it builds up. For this guy, day game, and he is off and running. You're exactly right. 100 might be conservative with the start that he's had here in the first quarter.
Yeah, by the numbers, he's on pace for 200-plus right now. It's a loss of 4. Now third down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Set, ready, 8, read.
Here we go. Spons.
80 weapon.
No.
Buzz.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there.
Let's go.
He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up the first down.
Defensively, Sam Hubbard, the former Buckeye, there to stop him.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
Get it.
They'll run with Hunt on second down. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well. But when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Got it.
And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on third.
Jet bomber.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike.
Ready.
They'll drop to throw. But it's brought in by Washington. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a first down.
Let's go.
This quarterback now already at 100 yards passing in this first quarter. It's 1st and 10.
Motion.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Come on,
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Coming this way. Here we go.
Let's go.
On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. He came out ready to play. That's 3 tackles for a loss, Charles. We're only in the second quarter.
And that's problematic for the guys trying to run offense because that means he's got a pretty good idea of what they're doing and is actually beating them to the point of attack and making those plays. You have to think about some misdirection or something to try and get him away from the ball.
Check 99. Check 99.
Leo.
Rush in.
Let's go.
They run right side with Hunt. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It's a 6-yard loss on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Let's get it.
On the ready.
53. Mike. Drop deep.
Hey!
53 to Mike. 53. Check 53.
They'll set up the throw. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. Coverage there by the former first-round pick, William Jackson.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Crossbar, no good. A sensational effort from that distance, but rejected by the bar. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, they gave the 60-yarder a try, didn't make it, and now they're in a tough position defensively. This offense has it in midfield. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And a nice spin into some open field. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Ready. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Watch right there. Pick me up. Here we go.
They'll try the left side. Camera. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
We're
2
ready.
minutes gone by, second quarter.
So we got man.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Now Joe Mixon. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1.
Ready. Blue 80.
52. I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school.
Let me go.
On 3rd and 1, here's Winston. Making the catch is Sternberger. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
It's a 47-yard field goal try from here, but instead they're going to opt to go for it on 4th down. They'll run with Mixon. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. On the run, it's Mixon. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd and 12, Winston. This is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
On 2nd and goal, Winston. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Now Winston. And it's intercepted at the goal line. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they're throwing an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Check. 53's Mike. Check. 53.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Pilot, 64, weak.
Check 13. Check 52.
Deep river.
On the run, this is Hunt. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
Ready, set.
53. Mike.
Hey, my 7.
Come again. Here I come again. 53's the Mike. 53.
Hey.
53. Hey, watch the slant.
5.
Now back to throw. And he'll find Washington. That's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. And they convert on third with a gain of 22.
And the Steeler first down.
Down. 10 low.
Now a timeout called for by the defense.
Let's go, baby.
As the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
Set. 50. Plant.
Let's go, team. It's going to be a long day, offense.
Hey, Zoo.
51's Mike. Mike 51. I got one.
Go.
Mike 51. Here we go, D.
Hey, lock it.
It's just me and you.
You're out.
Me and you.
Now.
Back to throw now on first down.
Check it out,
And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver. But it's going to be second down.
Here we go.
Ball on the 42 as they come up second and 10. And now the Bengals are going to call another timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
Here we go.
So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
53. Switch up. He's checking.
Hey, Sam on.
Switch. Check 37.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down.
Ready.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Shoot.
Back to throw here. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Incomplete. Intended for Juju Smith-Schuster. Brings up fourth down.
So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. So we've reached halftime with just the lone touchdown here. 7-0 is our score. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Come on, baby, let's go. Get excited. Let's go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Once again, they run with Mixon. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
Fight.
Ready? Blue waiting.
Mike, fight two. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
On third down, Winston. He's got the tight end, Sternberger. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10.
I'm scared.
Working out of the gun, Winston. And caught by Cameron right side. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 48-yard line. To throw, Winston. They'll set up the screen here to mix him. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
But you're going to tell me good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Terrell Edmonds comes flying in from safety for the sack.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Going to take a shot for Gallup. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
And he's up past the 10 to about the 12. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up second and 5. The first down run got 5. Here's second and 5. Second and 5. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. He's got a man, complete. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster, 88 yards. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, the second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0 the score as they regroup with first and 10. First down, Winston. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Let's go now. 8, read. Gone. Back. Let's go.
They'll run on first down. Hunt. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Zipper.
That's me. 51 to go.
And now he'll tuck it and run. He'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a third down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Come on, set. 60 yards.
6-man.
Hit it.
On third down, here's Hunt. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 10 yards there on a Bengal first.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
Check 24. Check 24.
Now they run with Mixon. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Winston, he'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. Now the ball comes loose, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
They don't want it. They don't want it.
So they need to determine if that knee was down before the ball was coughed up.
And they also wanted to make sure that the ball was possessed as they were going through it, that the ball wasn't working its way free before the knee hit the ground.
Oh, yeah. Let's go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we're talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 10 yards there on a Bengal first. Defensively, you said coming in early in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
And not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one, because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th.
2nd and 2 at the 44-yard line.
Ready. Blue ready.
52. Let's go. Tight ends Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo.
Hey, we got 3 down, 3 down.
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. First catch so far for the man who led the NFL coming into the weekend. He's got a first down.
Ready?
52 right here. 52.
Watch the backer. Watch the backer.
Sonic!
On first down, Nixon. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Ready?
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
52. Time to go, night.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Winston. He gets this one to Boyd. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Ready?
That catch now puts him on the doorstep of 500. It's his 499th reception.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
52.
Sonic!
52.
On 1st and 10, Winston. Pass hauled in by the 6'4" tight end Sternberger. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11. Winston, the offense, with a 1st and 10. And he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there.
2nd and 5 now. Winston.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Good shot, baby. That's a big shot.
And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line.
Partner's bad enough when you just can't hold on to the football. But when your quarterback's throwing it to the other team, that's 3 interceptions now, 4 turnovers for the game. You really have no chance to win the football game.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
I got one.
He'll look to throw. That's going to be caught. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. James Washington, his first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-0. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. First down. Looking to throw. And this is Floyd, complete. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
At the 46-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 7. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
Ready?
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. With this lead and the football, things obviously looking good, but maybe, you taught me this before, maybe this is where the defense is hoping that the offense helps them preserve that shutout that they've got going.
And it has to be in the minds of the offense that they know how rare it is to get a shutout. So take care of them, protect them, take care of the ball, move it downfield, run the clock down. You don't want your defense to have to go on the field again the rest of the game. Reward them.
Let's go, let's go.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
51, Mike 51.
Watch the run, watch the run.
Right here, guys. Fight 51, Mike 51. Hey, defense, let's go.
Yep.
Mike 51, Mike 51. I'm coming.
5.
Second and 11. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
Now Hunt. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to fourth down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for Pittsburgh. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. He'll return it from the 6. And they had him bottled up, but here's a late flag, and a face mask is going to get a much better starting position. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
A lack of discipline defensively on fourth down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10. From the gun, Winston. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick, and the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
Let's get this.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
Stand up in. Kill. No. Off. He's crashing.
Go.
He's checking.
That one looks like he'll throw here. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Mike 57. Silver.
Get it.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by DJ Reed. And he will take it across midfield and down to the 45.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Here we go. 6 yards. 52. Check pass.
throwing on first down. Glass to the tight end and complete. It's Sternberger over the middle. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
No, they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field. So you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.
So for the Steelers, it took a few weeks, but they're into the win column now at 1-3. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Baltimore to take on the Ravens. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head to Dallas to take on the Cowboys. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.